I got a few different varieties of things from Temu to test out to see if they were good, bad, so-so. What are you really getting for your money? Most of this stuff is pretty cheap. Everything's usually under, I think everything was under $5. So for the price, it's not bad unless it's complete junk. So let's see what we got and see my thoughts on it. First, my husband already tested it out, and that's why it looks dirty. But you put it against the wall and you drill, and it collects all that drywall into here. It did not catch all the drywall, but it did catch quite a bit, as you can see. And then just be careful, because like this outside and stuff now has drywall on it. I put it back in its baggie it came with. It also had this little thing here, which he didn't use. And it's been kind of shifting around, and there's no sawdust in the bag. So, I mean, I'm still being careful because there's sawdust on the outside, but it seems to keep it pretty well. And then you'll just take this clear plastic, separate it from the blue by twisting it, and you dump it out. So I think that'll work pretty well. Less mess. Like I said, it wasn't 100%, but it did catch majority of it. So I'm pretty happy with that product. Next, I got these little Velcro tags. They go on your wires, cords, cables, just to help identify. So let's say you have a big family, you could put the family member's name. And so let's say I get all the orange ones, and maybe my husband will get the blue ones, so on and so forth. I might use them for different cables, so my lights might be orange. I did try it with a permanent marker. It was a Sharpie. Obviously that does not wipe off. But let's try it with a dry erase marker and see how that turns out. See if it is reusable. Came off pretty easily. I feel like if you leave it on for a long time, it's gonna be difficult to take it off. I'm afraid if you use dry erase, it'll come off pretty easily if you're using that cable a lot. So I would use something more permanent. But if you want to reuse them and change them out a lot, so it just kind of depends what you want to use it for. But the Velcro seems pretty good, and it's a nice thick material. I don't think it's going to break too easily. So I think that could be a good thing. And it came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and there's a white 10. So a good amount. Next is this really pretty little jewel piece. It's supposed to be a brooch. I'm going to use it for a craft project. But it's really pretty. I was surprised. I thought it would look really cheap and plasticky, but it actually doesn't. So I highly recommend that for crafting. And I think that's the whole thing with Temu. It's kind of, sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's a miss. But the nice thing is, if it's a miss, they're really good about returning your money to you. Oh, I guess a little bit of sawdust did come out. But I was moving it around a lot. So I'll just move on to these. I originally bought the rose gold ones, and I think they were from a different seller, which that's the other thing. There's so many different sellers. So really make sure you go back to your purchase history if you want to buy the exact same thing. Because I bought these again. The first ones I bought in rose gold, but they were very pink. That was not rose gold. And I did request Actually, I ended up not requesting a return on those. They were metal, the rose gold ones. These ones are plastic. They go in your shower to hang. You could do a sponge or something. I was gonna do, it's supposed to be for your razor. We're doing a new bathroom that's kind of a black for the accent pieces. And so I ordered the black ones. The rose gold ones I gave to my cousin who just got a new place and she loves pink. So she was super excited for those. At first I wasn't happy that it was plastic. I kind of liked the metal better, but they're going in a shower. So I think actually this hard plastic's going to be better. And it seems like it's a thick plastic. So we'll see how well the sticky holds up in the shower, but not too bad. We'll see how they work. We'll go back to this little guy. So I got this one for my husband. He likes robots. I got the shiny one. The only thing is I thought it was metal, but it's actually just a plastic and it's hollow on the back. So I wish it was the same as the front as it was in the back, because it's a keychain, so it's going to be shifting around. So I wish the front and the back were the same, but it's still pretty cute for $1. And then I also got this for his wallet, and I thought it was metal. I was looking at a metal one, then I saw different sayings, and I got the different sayings, but this is just a cheap plastic. So I don't think this was worth the price. The next thing, I bought these originally, used a couple of them, and they worked well. And we realized that we might need a few more. So I bought them again. I didn't realize they look like the same one, so I just bought it without looking at the sizes. And as you can see, they're quite a bit larger this time, so just really pay attention to sizes. These go on the back of a cabinet, and so it kind of hits this little cushion thing instead of making a loud noise when your door closes. You could also put it on the bottom of a coaster, things like that. So they work well. And actually the bigger ones for the cabinets might work even better than the small ones, but just really be careful on sizes and look at that. But those were good. I also bought some labels, Christmas tags, and you really get quite a bit for the price, so I was happy with those. I already wrapped my gifts, so I'll use those next year. This little tray, I don't know if you can see there, there's some flower pattern. It's just a plastic, and it's just a little cheap. It looked very elegant and high-end in the photo, and when I got it, I knew it was going to be small. It is pretty small, but it'll still work, but it looked a little bit nicer in the photos. They know how to Photoshop things, so also look at those reviews and things. But it does work, and for the price, and it'll do its function. So that's that. And lastly, my husband actually used a few of these already, so there's some missing. But they go in between your pots and pans, so the pots and pans don't scratch each other. It is made of just a felt. It's kind of a nice stiff felt. And I liked this one because it had more, I guess, touch points where the pan was going to go. And you actually got quite a bit in it. Yes, it's just felt, but it's a little bit nicer felt than the cheap ones at the craft stores. And this way I don't have to cut it. So I thought that was worth it, and we are already using those. So that is everything in Temu package that I just got. It's kind of hit or miss on items, but the return policy is fantastic. So I think it's worth it. If you don't like it, you can just return it, and they're really good about that. They either let you keep the item, or if you return kind of bigger items or too many items, then they just ask that you return it in the bags that they came in, which is not difficult to do. And they pay for the shipping and returns as well, as long as you return it all in one, not doing like 5 different returns for one order. Oh, I forgot to mention, this little tray actually did come in a box too, which was nice, just so it did not break. It was a little protected. So sometimes they do a little extra for shipping that way, which is nice. But yeah, I would order from them again. You can get some nice things for cheap, and if you want to try little things out that you're like, I don't know if that'll work, but for $1, why not, right? So it's kind of fun, and that's my review. So thanks for watching.